Today we are going to start with the planets. So, what is the nature of planets and how do we use it? So, basically, I have all the contents from for today's class. I have taken specially from BPHS. Now, what is BPHS? BPHS is Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. So, this is the core book of astrology. So, as I earlier also I told that we are following Parashari astrology. Parashari is the base of all astrology, all Vedic astrology. Parashari is the base. Like so, Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra is the first classical book any astrologer should read. So, if you are learning, like if you are beginning to learn Vedic astrology, Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra is the book which you must keep with yourself. Then, of course, you can keep some books by other authors which have explained it in a modern style, but that is the most authentic classical reference. Okay, so whatever is written in the book should be taken by matlab, that is the fact. So we should not argue much on that. This is how it works. Then based on your observations you can add something, then you can do something, but Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra is the book. So it is written by Rishi Parashara. Okay, so what they have done is he has divided the 9 planets into a cabinet. So we have a cabinet of the planets. So in this cabinet, Sun is the king of the planets. Since Sun and Moon, they are the two luminaries. Luminaries are what? Which have some light. Okay. And Sun is the king. So whenever you see the Sun, that means it represents king, it represents head of administration, head of state, the top positions. That is what is represented by Sun. And its guna are also like that. We will read one by one about all the planets, but there is a reason why they have been given such positions. Okay. And there is a logic behind this. So being the king, Sun represents, like Sun also has some ego because king has ego, king has power. So Sun is very powerful. Sun has an administrative hold, he is the administrative head. So all those qualities are represented by Sun. Okay, so that is why Sun is called as the king of the planets. Okay, and anyhow, like in our solar system, Sun is the center of the solar system. Everything revolves around the Sun. So physically also we can say that Sun is the main thing. Okay, then comes Moon. Moon is the queen of the planets. Okay, if there is this the cabinet, if Sun is the king, then Moon is the queen. Why Moon represents queen? Because Moon has the qualities of female. Like Moon represents emotion, Moon represents mind, Moon represents motherly features or feminine features, kind of thing. So that is why Parashara has given queen, like regarded Moon as the queen of the planets. Then we have the advisors or the ministers, which are Jupiter and Venus. Like mythologically also, if you'll see, mythologically also, if you'll see the the planets, like Jupiter is the advisor or guru of Devta, the devas, like the Indra and all the devtas. Jupiter is the guru of the devta, and Venus is the guru of the Daityas, the Rakshasas. Okay, so he is the advisor of these negative forces like Daityas, and Jupiter is the advisor of the Devtas. So in the similar manner, like he is the advisor. These two are the advisors or the ministers. Then when it comes to the Mars, Mars becomes the army commander. Why army commander? Because Mars has a lot of energy. like his main governing planet is Mars, then he's like a army commander. He's like, you can think of it like, you have seen that movie, right? कौन सी movie I have, in which Ranveer Singh is the that very played a very villainous character. Uh, it's an old, like ancient, based on ancient thing. I'm just forgetting the name of the movie. Can someone
Maybe
uh,
Padmavat.
remember? There's a movie जिसमें शाहिद कपूर इज द हीरो, रणबीर सिंह
Maybe
and Deepika
Padmavati.
Padukone. These three characters are. I'm just forgetting the name.
Atmavati.
So, and and Ranveer Singh played a very good role in
Padmavati.
that. He was
Padmavati.
the commander of the main. They
I
came
think
to
he's not
loot
able to
India,
hear us.
and then I'm just forgetting the names. I'm very bad at names. Anyways, so basically, Mars represents that energy. Like, if someone has very high Martian abilities, if you want him, if to solve the problem, he'll just hit on the other person. He'll just fire him up. He doesn't know the soft solutions. He does it in energetic way. So that's why he's called as the army commander. Then comes the prince. So Mercury becomes the prince. So he has the princely abilities. He's somehow dependent on others to guide him. So that's why Mercury, if it is alone, Mercury is always good. If in your chart, it it is always good if Mercury is sitting with someone, or it is being expected by someone. We'll understand what does the aspects mean. But if the Mercury is with sitting with any other planet, or is being aspected by any other planet, then it is very good for Mercury, because that means it is being taken care of by some other planets. Okay, and Mercury is like, every planet is either regarded as a malefic or benefic. For Mercury, if it is sitting with malefic planet, it will behave like a malefic. If it is sitting with benefic planet, it will behave like benefic. So Mercury is like that. So you can take it either way. And then comes the Saturn. Saturn becomes the servant. Why servant? Because Saturn has the quality of the service. He has the patience. He has the service quality. He works. Saturn wants you to work very hard. He wants to. No, Saturn is the, no, you what you say, the one who wants to get rid of your papa. He will make you pay for your papa, but in the way, basically he's making you cleanse away your papas and all that by making you work hard. So that's why sometimes people are fearful of Saturn. But the thing is, Saturn is actually doing good for us. Like, he's cleansing our papas. If we don't get our that papas cleansed, then we'll never get away from the this chakra of the birth and death, this life cycle. So it has to be gone away. So that's why Saturn is regarded as the worker. And then Rahu Ketu, I have not included them in the slide. Rahu Ketu are basically the they are also in the army, and they are the what you say, Sainik. They are the ones who are the who are in the army, the army men kind of thing. Okay, so these are the basic planetary cabinet. And one should remember all these positions, and these are, I think, very easy to remember also. Once we'll learn use the planets more and more, because now astrology is all about planets only, so we'll be using planets almost every day. So even if you don't remember these positions now, you will remember it easily. So there is no issue about remembering these positions. Okay, so now let us go to each planet one by one. So I have taken some shlokas from BPHS, and based on that only all these is been made. So BPHS has described sun as honey colored eyes, is a square body, clean habits, bilious, intelligent, and has limited hair. So these are the qualities of the sun. Sun, the title given to him is king, and he is of Kshatriya caste. Of course, if he is a king, then it means a Kshatriya. In our system, we have this caste system: Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and Brahmin. Okay, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So if there is a caste system, then sun is regarding as to belong to Kshatriya, and it has Sattva guna. Like there are three gunas: Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So sun has the Sattva guna. Its abode is temple. It lives in temple. Its tree is like there are some trees designated to the planets. So it's it commands, like it governs strong trees. Its element is fire. Gender is male. Taste pungent. Direction east. And period is 1 ayan, 6 months. Now you must be wondering, like, what is all this? Like, what have we got to do with Kshatriya, Sattva, and all these things? See, these all qualities are very important when we will go through the prediction part. For example, mm, let's say, pick ayana. Okay, the period. Okay, let's say if uh, uh, some person, like a client, comes to you and he asks you, when will I get the government job or something, because sun is the karaka of government, also government job. Sun is like the father. Sun represents father. Sun is also considered as to be slightly malefic, or as per Parashara, it is called as Krura. Okay, so there are malefic planets, there are benefic planets. Sun is slightly malefic, not purely malefic. Why? So it is slightly Krura. It is like father. Like like not the father of these days. These days fathers are very soft, but earlier, when we were kids, then father used to be very strict. Okay, so his son is like a strict father. Like, he'll take care of you, he will do everything for you, but if you'll make a mistake, he will behave very strictly, and he will make you pay for it, make you punish for it. And that is for your good only. That is not for your bad. Okay, son will not harm you in a manner, like he will not punish you in a manner that you cannot bear. He will make sure that you bears his punishment. But if you will do any mistake, you will be punished. That is how sun is, and that is why it is called as mild malefic, not strong malefic. It is mild malefic. Or as per Parashara, we should use the word krura and soumya. So there is something known as natural maleficency and beneficency. These are known as the natural qualities, and there are something known as functional properties also. There is another malefic and benefic nature of the planet, which is functional. We will get to it later on. So if you go as per the classification given, as per the words used by Parashara, the natural malefic and benefic are known as Soumya and Krura, and functional malefic and benefic are known as Pap, Graha, and all that. But these days, what happens, if you go to YouTube and even in the books written by the modern authors, they have used Papa planet, and like they have mixed all the words. So students do get a lot of confused. They do not understand whether it is a functional malefic or whether it is a natural malefic or what it is. So basically, these are what we are studying right now, are the natural properties of a planet. Natural properties of a planet are like they are like this for every horoscope, but functional properties of a planet is basically for a particular horoscope. It depends on your horoscope, it depends on the ascendant. But natural properties of the planet doesn't depends on the ascendant. Okay, they are the properties of the planet. If you are a good man, you are a good man. If you are a bad man, you are a bad man. Okay, it doesn't depend who are you, who is like who are we how is it related to you. But functional properties means there is some relation. You might be good for others, but since you are my friend, so okay, I will not behave like you might be bad for others, but since you are my friend, so I will behave good for you. That those are functional properties. But please do not get confused. Right now we are only reading natural properties. So as per the natural thing, we will call it as krura. So sun is slightly mild krura because it behaves like father. Sun also governs gold. Sun also governs government thing. Anything if your sun period is going on, and if your sun is good, like if someone asks you whether will I get a government job or not, that means he has to please his sun. He has to make sure the sun is good in his chart. Sun, and then he should, then if it's not, then you can suggest a remedy related to sun. Okay, so government means sun. If you want to get something done with your anything to government, it means you have to first check the sun. Okay, so this is all about the sun. Next we come to moon. Now moon, the title of the like title given to moon is queen. Its caste is Vaishya. What do you mean by its Vaishya? Vaishya means basically the merchant class. Okay, now that means if there is a problem, he will solve it the way a merchant solves. He will try to like he will try to he's good at trading. He is good, like what would a merchant normally do? If there is a problem, if there is an issue, he will go, he will talk to him. uh, if possible, he will throw money, but he doesn't want, he will not involve in a fight. Okay, he will try to avoid fight. He just wants to get his work done peacefully. So that is how the approach of moon would be. Okay, the guna is sattva, abode, water, place. Like for example, why abodes are also important. Like for example, moon, water, place. So wherever there is a watery thing, that represents moon. Maybe when we'll go to some other part, it will be more clear. Now trees, why trees are important? For example, the moon represents milky trees. So moon represents fluid also. Okay, and trees are also used for like the way the stones are used, right? These days most astrologer would recommend a stone to you. Okay, but let's say a person comes to you who cannot afford stones are very expensive, and then you have to wear them in a gold or silver ring or something, so it becomes really expensive. And stones could have some side effects also. If astrologer is not competent enough, and he gives stone of like he recommends stone of a wrong planet, then it can show some bad effect also. Okay, so you can also recommend trees also. Like you can use the stem of the tree or bark of the tree and use that as a remedy. And the the benefit of that kind of remedy is that it doesn't have that side effect which these stones have. Okay, so that can also be used as a remedy. Okay, and there is a reason why milky trees is given, like because moon represents fluid. So if there is an issue related with with water, then there could be, you can see if moon is playing a role with that. Okay, see the element is also water, jala. Gender female, I told you, because moon represents mind, moon represents emotions, so female like qualities. Okay, taste is salty, direction and murat. Again, the period why it is coming. For example, uh, if a person comes and asks you whether will I get, when will I get a government job, then you will see where the sun has come. Okay, and you know the period of sun is one ayan 6 months. So accordingly, like let's say sun has entered his is this rashi 1 month from 1 month prior, then 5 months are left, so maybe within these 5 months he will get a government job. So similarly, like this period is important to time the event. Okay, so if the moon is gone from this to this and now you are expecting an event to happen, then you can time the event with the respect of this period. Now Mars. Now third planet is Mars. So Mars has cruel red eyes. Mars is a malefic planet. Okay, so sun was krura, but mild krura. Moon I did not explain. Moon, I can anyone tell whether it's a malefic or benefic? Whether it's Soumya or Krur?
Must be Soumya.
Anyone? Any idea? Moon will be Soumya
Soumya.
or Krura?
Soumya.
No idea.
Soumya,
Okay.
Soumya,
Okay. So moon. See, in last class, some of you missed it. I'll upload the recording soon. In last class, we discussed that there are two paksh, Krishna paksh and Shukla paksh. Shukla paksh is when moon's light is increasing, when it is going from Amavasya to the Purnima, so its light is increasing. That is known as Krishna Paks. So in your if you are born in the Shukla Paksha's moon, then it will behave as a benefic. When moon is increasing, it will behave as a benefic. If you are born in Krishna Paksh, when the light of the moon is decreasing, then it will behave as slightly malefic. Okay, but then this is also mild malefic, and mild moon is also mild planet. Okay, so mild malefic and mild benefic. It is not a strong malefic or strong benefic. Okay,
One doubt.
so it has nature of both. It can have nature of both. It can be malefic and it can be benefic, both, depending on whether you were born in Shukla Paksh or Krishna Paksh. Okay, now Mars, Mangal.
I have
Mars
a
is a
doubt.
strong malefic planet. He is an army commander. He will get things done by force. He will not hear much. He believes in action, quick action. Okay. So you know वो that वो dialogue है ना, फैसला on the spot. He is that attitude. Okay. So he is the army commander. He is a fiery element. Like it represents fiery element. Like he is short tempered. अभी करूँगा, कुछ ज़्यादा बकवास किया तो लड़ाई कर देगा, मार देगा. ही इज़ द दैट एटीट्यूड, and that attitude of course is a kshatriya attitude. Okay, his gender is male, aggressive, aggression he has, but this has a tamas guna, satwa, rajas, tamas. He has tamas guna. Bitter taste, abode, fireplace, direction south. We will understand slowly and slowly. We will understand what does the each of these things, what does they mean, how are they used. As of now, you just keep this in mind that these things are there. Okay, डायरेक्शन भी होती है कुछ प्लैनेट्स का, कुछ टेस्ट भी होता है, देर इज सम जेंडर. स्लोली एंड स्लोली as we move on, as their application comes, then we will understand, oh, so this was इसका टेस्ट ऐसा था, that is why we are using this. इसका जेंडर ये है तो that is why it is behaving like this. Slowly and slowly we will understand. Okay, so its period is ahoratri. Ahoratri in the Hora class I explained. It's a full day, 24 hour. Okay, tree is bitter. Okay, so Mars is aggressive. Whenever Mars comes in the picture, first thing that should come in your mind is aggression. Aggression, energy, a lot of energy. Mars has a lot of energy. Okay, Mars never gets tired easily. He has a lot of energy. Okay, Next planet is Buddha. Buddha means Mercury. Mercury is the endowed with attractive physique. See, Mercury, when Mercury comes to your mind, it means Mercury means intelligence. He's very intelligent. So, in fact, he's regarded as most intelligent planet. He's fond of jokes. He's very good in communication. So if you find a very intelligent person who can communicate well, so that means his Mercury is prominent. Okay, so might be like what are the can you do you remember what are the rashis which are governed by Mercury? Two rashis are governed by Mercury. Can anyone recall? We
Gemini and
read
Virgo.
this. Sorry.
Gemini and Virgo.
Very good, very good. Gemini and Virgo. So maybe that if a person is very intelligent, you feel he's very intelligent, he's very good in talking, like he can bend the words, he can explain like any situation in any situation he can no by speech only he can explain, like he can manage the situations. So somewhere his Mercury is prominent. Either he's a Gemini ascendant or something like that is there. Virgo ascendant or Gemini ascendant, or these rashis are very prominent in his chart, or Mercury is very prominent in his chart. So you can find out using this. Okay. So its caste is Vaishya. As I told, he's very sorry. As I told that he's very intelligent and he can handle the matters using his intelligence only. Just a minute. So he can handle the matter using his intelligence only. Okay, so that's what Vaishya, the merchant class is known for, and he's very good in trading. He's the real merchant. He's very good in trading and all, like stock market and all. He's very intelligent. Okay, so
Sir, can you listen us?
yeah.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
Is there any doubt or something?
I have one doubt.
Yeah, please tell me.
So, you are in the moon, you mentioned about from Krishna Paksha to Shukla Paksha, who are born Malefic and Malefic.
Uh-huh.
If somebody born on the full moon, that is Amavasya or on Purnima, so how the moon will behave for them?
See, if now, like in your last class, I explained the Krishna Paksh basically starts from the Shukla Paksh starts from 0 degree. When moon is at 0 degree, the Krishna Paksh starts like just cross 0 degree. When moon just crosses 0 degree, so 0.1, 0.2 degree. So that means Amavasya has gone. So Krishna Paksh will start from Pratipada. Okay. So Krishna Paksh will end when full moon will end. So full moon will basically be regarded in Krishna Paksh. And Amavasya, not Krishna Paksh. Full moon will be regarded in Shukla Paksh because moon is increasing, and it has reached till full moon. So full moon will be regarding in the Shukla Paksha. Okay. Now once full moon is there, pura 100 360 degree moon has reached 100 360 degree. Now it starts reducing again. Sorry, not 360, 180 degree. I'm just getting confused. So once it crosses 180 degree, then again Pratipada starts. Then all Pratipada, Dvitya, and everything, and then
I got I got your answer. So basically, we need to measure the degree on that particular
Right,
time. What
right,
is
right, right, right. Now there is another concept also of weak moon and like strong moon. This is about the malefic. What we understood is about malefic and benefic. Now there is another concept of weak and strong moon. Now there are different views in that. There is certain degree which is regarded like the moon is strong between such and such degree. Like they have divided whole 360 degree into 120, 120, 120. Okay, so 120 degrees kind of thing. And when the moon is very bright, like moon will be very bright from 120 to 240 degrees, right? Moon will be very bright because at 180 degree there is Purnima. So at that period it is regarded as very strong, and moon will be very weak from minus 60 to 60, right? So at that period of time moon is regarded as weak, very weak, and in between kind of intermediate moon. So those concepts are also there. But then when moon is either it's Amavasya, either is Purnima, moon has very like at these two points moon has very, it is very, it has its own effects. And when we talk about you've heard this term lunatic, right? What does lunatic means? Can
light, right? It's about light reflection.
no, 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 not luminous. Lunatic.
No, not
Have you gone lunatic? People say na,
Yes, having some mental issues
having
on
some
that, I
mental
think.
issues, right? So moon is basically why it is this word basically come from moon only. Moon is directly related to mind, as I told that one of the main significations of the moon is mind. It governs mind. So when it's Purnima, so if someone is closely associated or have seen any that mental asylums, so the doctors and the nurses, they have special duties on the Purnima day because it affects the uh, mental condition of these already mentally retarded people in a, like it can go anyway, so they start behaving abnormally. So moon actually governs these like mental conditions. So even you can yourself check where like in the transit you can use websites like Drik Panchang or something. You can keep checking on which Rashi the moon is and how your mental condition on that particular day is. So you will get a relationship like maybe if you'll observe for a couple of months, you will understand whenever the moon goes into this Rashi, I am generally peaceful. Whenever the moon is in this Rashi, I generally feel agitated. So you can actually relate it like this also. So these are some practical applications of this moon and all astrology.
thanks for the insight.
Okay. Any other doubt? Okay. So we were at Mercury. Okay. So what's the time? So shall we? Okay. Let me just finish with the Jupiter at least. Okay. So Mercury we finished, right? So gender is neuter, taste mixed, direction, and period is Ritu. Like Ritu means seasons. Like there are multiple Ritus throughout the day, throughout the year. So one Ritu. So next is Jupiter. Now Jupiter is the most benefic planet, you can say, and it is written in many classic books. Like if your Jupiter is strong, it's really strong, and it has a particular combination. Doesn't matter how other planets behave, Jupiter will take care of your chart. Jupiter alone itself is enough. If Jupiter is really strong and it is well placed in your chart. So Jupiter is the most regarded as the most benefic planet. And Mercury, I forgot to tell, Mercury will behave like a malefic if it is sitting with malefic. It will behave like a benefic if it is sitting with benefic. Okay, so its gender is neuter. Neuter doesn't means it's unique. It's basically means it will behave like it has that adjustment, like it can adjust as per the things. It can adjust as per the situation. So it is not like like female basically means very emotional and male means aggressive and those who take up the responsibility and all those things. Neuter basically means modifiable. Okay, it can go either this way, depending on situation, it can be emotional, it can be responsible also, and maybe if there is like especially Mercury, it can go both the ways. Okay, so Mercury is a like very intelligent planet. Now coming to Jupiter, coming back to Jupiter, Jupiter is the guru and its caste is Brahmin. So if there is a problem, he will try to solve it using the Brahmin behavior. How will Brahmin solve? If there is a problem, he will try to use his wisdom to solve this problem, or maybe he will use some remedy or some yagya, do some yagya to solve the problem. So this is how the Brahmin is supposed to solve the issue. So it will behave in a Brahminic way. It has a sattva guna and its tree is fruit bearing. Period is one masa. Masa means month. Direction is northeast. Sweet taste. Gender is male. Again, it has a male gender. So because it is a responsible planet. Element is ether. Ether is akasha, like the space element. Okay, so it is a big body, tawny hair. So Jupiter is a planet which like represents teachers, which represents wisdom. So Mercury also represents kind of knowledge. Okay, but Mercury is an intelligent planet, but is more into worldly affairs. Okay, Jupiter is more into the spiritual affairs, the real knowledge. Okay, like it has the real wisdom. Mercury doesn't has the real wisdom. It has the worldly knowledge. It has the intelligence, like the practical, more of the like these days you can say more of the practical side. But so Jupiter is more on the spiritual side. Okay, so Jupiter is like it will, if your Jupiter is strong, you are at peace. Like it will give you the real mental peace. Okay, especially if your moon is also there. Moon is also good. Jupiter is also good. Moon means mental, anything related to mind, and Jupiter means like real wisdom. Okay, so I think we shall close because it will take a lot of time if I'll continue with all the planets. So we'll continue with this in the next session. So any doubts till here?